Hello, how's it going? All right, so this is me finally getting to my haul from the Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Convention. This stuff has kind of been sitting here for like since the trip, just waiting for me to get to it. So I'm probably gonna be like sorting through this stuff with you as we go, because it's quite a lot of stuff. But yeah, I guess let's get into it. I have a big stack of DVDs. I have a big stack of VHS tapes. I have a couple of what I would call premiere items that I'll save for the end. And I have like little knickknacks in between there that I picked up from booths or whatever. A lot of this stuff though, I didn't actually get at the convention. I got like just a few things from the convention, mostly small stuff. A lot of this is from trips we took to, like, we went to this place called McKay's, which is like a fucking mega store that has 2 floors. It had a fucking elevator, and it was all just DVDs, books, vinyls, CDs, anything you could want. Electronics even. Like, they had a shelf that just had like loose consoles, like N64s and shit. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I'd never been to one of those. We naturally gravitated towards that, and I bought quite a few DVDs. But yeah, the point being, most of this stuff isn't even from the actual convention. It's just from kind of like the trip, but it's all cool shit. I think I'll start with the DVDs, I suppose. I finally got Last Shift. I hadn't seen it. It's one of those movies that, like, way back in the day when it first popped up on Netflix or whatever, I almost watched it like a million times and just never did. So I got it. I watched it. I liked it. I know it basically got remade with like a bigger budget or whatever by the same director. Just like, I guess he's taking a second shot at it to make it better or something. I don't know what the deal is with that. Malum, I think it was called. So yeah, I'm stoked to watch that because I liked this. It was pretty cool. Not perfect, but definitely enjoyable. It almost hits that like Evil Dead-ish kind of mark that I like. Kind of crazy. I like that kind of shit. So that was up my alley. I liked it. Next, I got a purple cased Goosebumps Welcome to Dead House. I've been getting these any chance I could. I think I'm at the end of that. I think I've got all of them I need. So yeah, that completes that journey. I also grabbed this. It's The Stepfather on DVD. I didn't have it. I never got that Blu-ray or whatever. I know it's kind of weird that I didn't own it before because I love the movie. I just never got around to it. So now I do. And last for the movie DVDs, because I got a shit ton of TV shows too. But I got one more movie. It is The Task. This is one of those. It's an After Dark original. I watched it since I got it. It's not great, but I wanted to find out because I used to see this all the time. It's got a cool cover, not like art-wise, but just interesting one. It's got this green guy with the camera who, spoiler alert, isn't in the movie unless I missed it, but I don't think I did, which was pretty disappointing. Also, the movie is like a reality show. Like a 2000s reality show horror movie, which usually gets me just because they're so silly. 2000s reality television was silly. And so by extension, the horror movies usually are. And the horror movies are usually like inaccurate. They always have like that cheesy, dated technology. But this movie, despite that, was void of all the entertainment that comes from that. So yeah, I can't recommend this one at all unless you just want to, see for yourself. And I also got a shit ton of TV, like just random seasons of stuff, because they had like a huge selection of TV. Like their TV section was bigger than their movie section, I'm pretty sure. And they even had like a second one that was just animated TV upstairs that I found last minute. So I got One Step Beyond. This was recommended by Jonathan, and it was $2 for 50 episodes of like an anthology that was made around the same time as The Twilight Zone, from what it says on the back, that I've never seen, but he said it was good. And he said that this has like TV spots in the episodes too, which is pretty fucking dope. And all of these are supposed to be dramatizations based on real accounts, and I love TV horror anthology series, so yeah, stoked to check that out. This one I was fucking hype as hell for. I found Clarissa Explains It All season 1. These Nickelodeon Rewind Collection DVD sets are hard as fuck to find now. I'm not sure about this one. I know like the Pete and Pete one obviously is really hard to find. But yeah, I grew up on this show. This is like this Ren and Stimpy and Are You Afraid of the Dark is just kind of that snick to me. So stoked to own that. It was a crazy show. That classic era of Nick where they were incredibly creative. There was a lot of depth to that time period of like Nickelodeon with Pete and Clarissa, and like creativity, especially like the notable thing with this show is the fucking wardrobes. The shit her and Sam wore, like that was over the top 90s style wardrobes in this. Also got Chappelle Show Season 2 for 95 cents. That's the crazy thing about McKay's, man. Some of the stuff was like priced pretty high. Some of this stuff was like legit $1 for like a whole season of shows. You can't beat that shit. We couldn't find season 1. We looked for it, but I got season 2, and I also got the lost episodes uncensored. And kind of adjacent to that a little bit, just in time period, I got the first season of C-Lab 2021 and season 2 of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. This was like peak television, man. This was like that 2004 Comedy Central and Adult Swim. That was about as good as it got for television. And these are 2 of my favorite Adult Swim shows. They're just so stupid. Perfect for late night viewing. Man, that was a good time. That was probably the best time period for television, possibly, in a way. Because you had nothing but like stuff like this, where shit was getting really edgy and or conceptual, pushing boundaries, and the like, I don't know, filmmaking styles were really cool and unique for the time and creative. And then you had like trash reality television. That's basically what TV was. At least if you were watching the right shit. But yeah, and the last TV DVD I got, a little later than all this, but still good stuff. Robin Big. I think this is season 1 and 2 uncensored. Pretty great show. I will say though, I watched like a handful of the first episodes of this. And man, those first few episodes, they're awkward. Like Robin Big haven't found their stride yet, I don't think. It's pretty funny to go back and see that. All right, I guess next I'll show some stuff I got at Booze, like little stuff like I got some cool stickers and shit like that. I was just gonna show in between here, and then I'll show the VHS tapes. A lot of this stuff I got because, I mean, it's nothing huge, but it's just cool little things because, I mean, the convention was not just a horror convention in the way that you think of like Scarefest. It was split off into basically 3 parts. There was like the traditional horror convention area. There was the tattoo area, which was completely separate and different. It was basically like set up like a big tattoo shop. There was just like an aisle that wrapped around that you could go to all the different booths and just buy a tattoo. And then there was also like an art room. And a lot of this is from the art room. Some of it is from the tattoo room. It's nothing big. It's just little things I saw that I liked a lot. Mostly this guy. And I want to give them credit, all these guys, because they're independent artists or whatever. But this is Neko Press, I think is how it's pronounced. He had dope ass art hanging all over his booth. And so I got a couple things from there. I bought this set of magnets. This is, I guess, comic book characters he created. The Deepest Dark by Billy Martinez. These are just like refrigerator magnets, and they're pretty cool. I love these fucking dudes right here, whatever they are. And these little drippy black egg guys. I don't know what the comic book is about and what they are, but it looks kind of like a samurai thing maybe. I also got this sticker, which is, I guess, his logo. Because the guy has a name too. Maybe it is Billy Martinez. Don't quote me on that. And I also got a button that'll go on my backpack that I'm collecting pins on. I really like this actually. It's just like a simple little skull. Pretty cool. And also, this guy was in the tattoo area. His name is George Labrada. And he's a tattoo artist, but he also had like tons of stickers and prints and stuff. Really cool art style. And I got this because I like the way he draws demons, like little black ghosts almost. Really cool. And he threw this one in for free, and it's glow in the dark, so that's cool. Also, this is just a business card, but I grabbed it because of the style. It's done like a fucking old Tales from the Crypt comic book. Pretty sweet. And for free, when we were walking by a booth, I had to grab this. It just says, I farted at Ritual Tattoos. And I also got randomly a clown nose for free from one of those booths. And Jay the Stingray got one too. And we had a lot of fun with these. That's pretty much for it. Now I'll show the VHS tapes. This was the man, Daniel Shine. He just like, as soon as he got there, he dumped a bag of VHS tapes on the table, told everybody to grab what they wanted. I originally just picked out 2 tapes, both pretty sick. The first one being Prehysteria. He was just like, here's Prehysteria for free. This is a Moonbeam classic, of course. Kid from Last Action Hero, that classic full moon, like stop motion, about little dinosaurs. They're the world's oldest party animals. So that's an awesome one to get for free, especially. That's one that will definitely go on the shelf for display. I also got the Jeff Speakman classic, The Perfect Weapon. Just try 'em. This is a crackling action thriller starring who we all know as the new martial arts sensation from 1991, Jeff Speakman. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who Jeff Speakman is, but it looks pretty fucking cool. It actually got me a little bit because if you're just kind of like glancing at this, that looks like Ice-T. I don't know who this guy is, but it's not Ice-T. That's a little bit of that's on me though, for seeing Ice-T in places where he's not. One thing it's got going for it though, it's got on the back here, James Hong, who I think we all know from Big Trouble in Little China, tons of other movies. He's a great character actor. He's in it, so it's got that going for it. And then the rest of these, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pick these. But like I said, Daniel dumped a bunch of tapes on the table. Not all of them got picked. It got to be the end of the trip, and I can't leave VHS tapes just like sitting there. You know what I'm saying? So I took them. We got Flashpoint with Treat Williams and Chris Christopherson. It's got the White House on the front there. It's an HBO home video, actually, so that's pretty dope. The Abominable Mr. Fobbs with Vincent Price. This, I don't know what the fuck this is. Jack Webb as the DI. This is from 1957, I guess. Don't know what it is. They made it kind of look like a late 80s, early 90s, like zany comedy about a cop or something. You know what I'm saying? Like Major Payne. That's what I thought when I saw the cover. And then I was like, oh shit, this is like black and white 1950s shit. Also got Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This is the original with Donald Sutherland. The Boys from Brazil, which is, I guess, about Nazis. I don't know what it is, though. A couple people acted like it was cool. It's got Gregory Peck in it. The classic Marked for Death with Steven Seagal. And Grease, which is a 20th anniversary edition that has like a fold-out thing with a book in it and shit. And while we're here, I mean, Daniel did give me 2 other things. He actually gave me a Blu-ray of Cemetery Man, because I didn't own it. And the other one I have to get real quick. Hold on. All right, here it is. He gave me a copy of Ghoulish Tales. Pretty cool cover art. This is a movie that was actually, let me make sure I'm getting this right. It was produced and written by Daniel Shine, starring Daniel Shine. I think he's not starring actually, but I like to say that. I mean, he's in the opening of the movie. I watched the first like 5 or 10 minutes of the movie and it looked pretty great. There might be a lot of bias there because, you know, I know the guy, but you want to see some good acting, some entertaining acting. Daniel's got the chops for sure. And there were some cool effects right off the bat in the movie. I mean, it's a low budget trash movie. Even Daniel will tell you that. It came out in 2014. And yeah, it's a pretty cool thing to have. And I'm actually going to watch it soon. Might do a review on it. Who knows? Why not, right? Now we're down to the last two things. And they are the juicy premium items. The first one, it's already been put out there through pictures, and I think I showed it on a stream somewhere or something, but I got a Shoney bear. This guy's name is Shone Loke. I named him that because he's a little bit gangster. Actually, when I got this and got home with it, I kind of went down a rabbit hole because, like, he's wearing, like, you know, blue jeans and a hoodie with a little cap. That's not the Shoney bear I remember when I was a kid, so I looked up, like, all the different designs. There was actually a point where he was even more gangster. He was wearing like khakis. But yeah, he went through a few different iterations. It looks like they kind of hit that point in probably like the late 90s or early 2000s where they made him like hip. And that's never changed since then. So we still kind of have the little gangster Shoney bear. I mean, one of the reasons I got this mainly is because Shoney's are all closing down slowly. Ours just recently closed. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if they're towards the end they sold the Shoney bears. But yeah, when they closed down, I was like, oh man, I kind of would like to get a Shoney bear. We had the chance. Everybody wanted to go hit up the breakfast buffet. And they had the bears, so fuck it, right? I got it. It'll probably go up in the background somewhere. And the last thing I got, by far the coolest fucking thing I got out of the whole trip, is Patty Mullins signed. I mean, she didn't sign it for me. I bought it pre-signed. She wasn't there, but Patty Mullins autographed Frankenhooker 11x17. If you have a keen eye, you might have noticed I moved stuff around here. That's because I'm going to put Frankenhooker right there. That's a good, like, I got Toxie, I got Return, and now I'll have Frankenhooker. And then I've got Dream Warriors and New Blood over there. That's a pretty good representation of all my horror movie tastes. So, yeah, couldn't have worked out better. And I got this for $20. That's the thing. The dude was having like a fire sale at his booth. Basically, everything there was 50% off. This was $40 and he was selling it for $20. That's practically the price, depending on where you get it, of the print without the signature. I mean, maybe you'll pay like $11 or $12, but just for $10 more, I can get a Patty Mullins signature. Fuck yeah, because I love Frankenhooker. I love Frank Henenlotter in general. So yeah, super stoked on that. Hopefully soon, like probably by the next video, you'll see it in the background. But yeah, that's the haul. That's all the stuff I got. It was a fun trip, top-notch convention. Definitely, if you ever go to a con, I highly recommend staying at the hotel, because usually, you know, there's like an attached hotel situation, or at least like a closest hotel there where everybody's going to be staying. But yeah, if you have that option, definitely go for that. Don't try to like save money, in my opinion, because we did that with Scarefest. And then with this one, we stayed at the hotel where the convention was at, and it was great. Full Moon did a great job. And yeah, I got a lot of cool shit out of it. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time.